My long-standing research has been on a fluid around the brain. It's called cerebral spinal fluid. Your brain floats in it, your spinal cord floats in it. I got one of those emails from a colleague at University of Washington, Michael Williams. He's a neurologist there, and he says, you know, these astronauts get all kinds of problems with their eyes in outer space. And it's sort of a sacrificial thing for astronauts to be even going there because they have permanent damage to different parts of their body. One of them is permanent bone loss. Another is permanent eye damage. Not all of them experience the same degree of damage to their eyes. And essentially what we're trying to do is look at the eye at baseline before going to space, then the eye after going to space, and look at the alterations using MRI.
I think initially I was attracted to working with Bryn because he did have access to a lot of these 3D scans of the head or of the body. And I'm really interested in kind of multiples and mold making in that process. So I was interested in taking these 3D scans and seeing how we could alter them to come up with a project of the sorts. Time and time again, for me, it came back to the idea of how like fragile these eyes are, or how our eyes are fragile. We're hoping to execute a pair of eyeballs that are created out of ceramics. So to kind of connect that kind of fragility to them. We started with a healthy pair of eyeballs, but through the process of manipulating the clay and through the firing, there will be some distortion to the clay body, which might kind of then reflect what may or may not occur in space. We've taken the actual 2-scale version of a healthy pair of eyeballs and we're scaling it up to about 6 feet and kind of see all the different kind of sections of the eyeball. The scale is also going to help with somebody like Bryn or someone who might come in as an educational thing to be able to walk around and be able to point out. If it was this small, it'd be a lot harder to discuss, right? But you could really touch and show people. I mean, I think the scale of it initially is going to be something that you can really walk around and actually understand. So from kind of just a 3D model of a pair of eyeballs initially, but I think it's also going to bring kind of a sense of wonderment that I think it goes in both places, right? I think in both of our fields, it starts with a question of kind of like, well, what if? What is this? That leads to many different kind of outcomes.